Okay, so this is Algebra 2 fourth period, Unit 10 review. We are covering problems starting with problem 13. Okay, so we're still doing U substitutions. In this case, U is equal to x over 5. So we get 5u squared minus 8u minus 4 is equal to 0. That is factorable. That's 5u, u, 4, no, not 4. 2, 2, I get negative 10, positive 2. That equals 0. You can use the quadratic formula also. Either way, 5u plus 2 is equal to 0, u minus 2 is equal to 0. So I get 5u is equal to negative 2. U is equal to negative 2 over 5. Or I get u is equal to 2. Either case, u is x over 5 from our original. Okay, well, the one on the left says x equals negative 2. The one on the right says x equals negative 10. Both those being correct. Okay, same type thing. U is equal to x squared in this case. So I get u squared plus 2u minus 15 is equal to 0. That's factorable. U plus 5, u minus 3 is equal to 0. U plus 5 is equal to 0. U minus 3 is equal to 0. So we get u is equal to negative 5, or u is equal to 3. I get x squared is equal to negative 5. I get x squared is equal to 3. To get rid of the squared, I have to take a square root. And remember, when you take the square root in an equation, like having x squared, take the square root, I get positive, negative, and this one is I square root of 5 because the negative in there, or I get x is equal to positive, negative square root of 3. Okay, it's 13 and 14. All right, the graphing. Okay, so we just got to go through here, and we've got to pick which form it matches. Well, it's a y equals, so it's probably the first form. It's probably in the case that y minus k is equal to a times x minus h squared. Or in this case, for this particular problem, y minus 0 is equal to negative 4 times x minus 0 squared. So what do I get? I get a is equal to negative 4, h is 0, k is 0. Okay, so my vertex is 0, 0. My axis of symmetry is x is equal to h, which is 0. I make my table. There was 0, 0, negative 1, negative 2, 1, 2. Add a, add 4a. Okay, so I plot those points. 0, 0, negative 4, and you can't really get to the other one, so it looks something like that. Get the points in the right place, the graph will look okay after that. Okay, so over here, again, this follows the first formula here. There's our first formula, because it's y, so we want to match it up. So let's match it up. Y minus k is equal to negative 1 times x minus 0 squared. Oops, squared. In this case, y minus 2. Okay, so the form, again, is y minus k is equal to a times x minus h squared. So let's just figure it out. A is negative 1, h is 0, k is 2. So we got to do the vertex. 0, 2. We've got to do the axis of symmetry. Again, the axis of symmetry is x is equal to h. H is 0. Now we make our table. X, y. Okay, so we've got 0, 0 in the middle. We are moving, oh, not 0, 0. 0, 2. We're moving left and right or up and down from the x. we are adding a, which means we're subtracting 1, and we're subtracting 4 times a, so we're subtracting 4. Now we plot those points. -2, -2, -1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 1, 2, -2. Okay, keep going, do a few more. All right, again, it's y equals, so probably fits that first form of y minus k is equal to a times x minus h squared. In this case, it's y minus 0 is equal to 1 times x minus 1 squared. So what is a? A is 1, h is 1, k is 0. So again, find the vertex. Vertex is 1, 0. Find the axis of symmetry. That's x is equal to h. And then make our table. Okay, remember the table is based off of putting the vertex in the center, subtracting 1 multiple times, or adding 1 multiple times on the x, and then we add a for the first term, then add 4a, 0 plus 4a is 0 plus 4 for those, and then I just plot those points. -1, 4, 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 3, 4. And that's how it's graphed, more or less. 18, same type of thing. Oh, this matches perfectly. Y minus k is equal to a times x minus h squared. So let's figure it out. What is a equal to? Well, -3. H is -2. K is 4. Pay attention to the positives and the negatives. Okay, so now we've got the vertex. Vertex is -2, 4. We've got the axis of symmetry, and that's x is equal to h, which is -2, and we make our table. X, y, remember hk goes in the middle. Hk is -2, 4. From h, we just do 2 below it, 2 above it. From k, we adding a is -3, so subtract 3 from 4. Then 4a is -12, 4 minus 12 is -8. And I plot those points. -4, -8 is there, -3, -1, -2, 4, -1, 1, 0, -8. That's 18, 19, and 20. So we'll stop there, and I'll pick up 19 and 20 on the next ones.